again, and welcome to the show! Introducing Black Flamingo, punk rock with a heart, and the inventor of the Cinema of Transgression, Zedd. Then, one of New York's premier spoken word artists, Jackie Sheeler. But first, bear witness to the simple paintings and prints of Dave Dalessandro. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show!
My name is Dave Dalessandro. I'm an artist. The basis of my work is drawing. I'm constantly drawing mostly from my head, from my imagination. I might use reference photographs, in this case photographs of deer, horses. I can never look at the reference while I do my drawings. I have to refer to the other work and then go off and remember what the image was like, or what I want the image to become. Because the drawing itself can't be an imitation of the appearance, but rather it has to work in terms of a drawing, in terms of shapes, space, and the rhythm of the movement, and the darks and lights, the texture, the gesture. All those things are important to me. So drawing is the best way to hone those skills or to develop those qualities. I work very fast, and when I start drawing, I usually cover the whole surface is usually covered with heavy black pencil. It's almost impossible to erase. I paint on top of it with either white gouache or whiteout. The whiteout dries very fast. It dries just as fast as I can put it down. And it's very good for the way I work, since the way I work is very quick and spontaneous. I've been very creative since I was young, always doing artwork. My father was very creative, very good artist. Actually did sign painting as well as fine art painting. So I've been interested in it for a long, long time. Just didn't feel anything else I could do with my life. After drawing, some of the drawings I take and I scan them into the computer, and I turn the image into a bitmap image, which consists of only black, no gradations, just black. There's a lot of texture in the black. I take the black in Adobe Illustrator, I put color underneath that layer of black, and when it's printed, it comes out looking like something completely different than the drawing itself. Well, not completely different, but it's a piece in its own terms. It's not a reproduction of the drawing, but it's its own piece. I don't worry about how people respond to my work. It's something that I got to do, and I'm going to keep doing it. I think they'll respond to that confidence more than if I were to try to figure out what subjects I should paint that people will respond to. These are drawings, color drawings, paintings, whatever you want to call it. To me, they're paintings, even though they're done with oil stick. This is just another development from the drawing. The animals, the horses and the deer, inspired to a certain extent by early Renaissance painting and paintings by CUNY's paintings. Other than the animals, I'm not sure what else inspired me from those paintings, but what I'm always working on is the composition, how the shapes move around on the surface. This is one drummer that I did, and I must have done about 20 drawings of a drummer in this same kind of composition. And each time I would try to work the composition so that it, met my satisfaction. I know it's finished when there is a flatness in the shapes, or a clarity in the shapes of the canvas on the flat surface. But at the same time, there's a feeling of space. That duality is important, to develop a tension between what's flat on the surface of the canvas, but what that flat part of the canvas is saying about the space that it's representing. When that tension exists, or when there is a kind of a dynamism between the flatness and the space, then I'm usually confident that I can stop working on it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my work. If you want to contact me or see more of my work, you can search on the web, David Dalessandro, and you can also email me at ddaless879@aol.com. Thank you.
My name is Jackie Sheeler. I've lived in New York City all my life, and I've been writing for most of my life, most of that life. The material has changed over the years as my life has changed. And in the last few years, I've been performing as much as I've been writing. And there's a lot to say to the world right now, and I'm trying to say it as effectively and as passionately as I possibly can. Somewhere in my heart, a pulse is beating. Some other hearts ain't never gonna beat no more, because the boys in suits thought bombs might stop the bleeding from all the wounds that came before we went back to war. So hey, little sister, I guess you'd better cry while you can. And my brother, run before you become just another one in a bunch of murdered men. I'm gonna live every minute with infinity in it. This might be our very last day. There is no sacred ground when the bombs rain down, and no one gets away. And no one ever says it's what they wanted. Nah, this war, it started all by itself. It was the other guys, not American planes in the skies, that brought us here to the broadcast base of hell, where the newsman says, don't get so excited. This is the only language that they know. We only want the world to be united, and a war, it was the sensible way to go. So hey, little sister, I guess you better cry while you can. My brother, run before you become just another one in a bunch of murdered men. Me, I'm living every minute with infinity in it, because this might be our very last day. There is no sacred ground when the bombs rain down and no one gets away. And that means you won't get away. I won't get away. We won't get away. People talk about reasons for war. They talk about reasons for the death penalty. They talk about reasons why it's okay to kill other people, and it's never okay. It's never okay. It's never okay. And we're not the good guys. You know, America, you know, here we are on the white horse with the white hat on, coming to rescue the world. If the rescuing of the world involves the killing of some of the humans on it, guess what? We ain't doing the right thing. And I don't care how much justification is behind it. So a lot of the work that I've done, like in my first book, and a lot of the work that I'm doing now with the band, reflect my experiences, which, while not entirely unique or certainly unusual, in on both sides of the line. You know, the straight life and kind of the outlaw life. You know, I was a heroin addict for a number of years, lived in abandoned buildings, made my living as a panhandler, supported my habit, my old man's habit, and pretty much just really woke up every morning with absolutely nothing and tried to turn nothing into something that day. And it went on for quite a while. I did almost 2 years in rehab. And I still go to that rehab to teach writing workshops now, and it's really amazingly rewarding. I've been clean for about 15 years. Before my husband stepped out of the present tense, we lived in a building that had been left for dead. We walked a wide wooden plank through the window every day to breathe its rank perfume of rotten plasterboard and basement dust that rose around our feet. I don't think it's possible to appreciate the bed you sleep in the way that a person who has thought they'd never have another bed of their own to sleep in would appreciate their bed. You know, it's just a different perspective on the world, and it gives you a different way of looking at people. Everything from politics to the person next to me on the subway, to perhaps the complex reactions that I have when I see a panhandler, which of course is a daily occurrence here in New York. In the projects on Rutgers Street, Lower East Side, George shot up some red tape dope and passed out on the shooting gallery floor. But overdosing doesn't equal automatic death. Some only die when the body is left alone. The hope, the fact that nothing is ever so bad that we can't move on, at the same time holding the thought that everything that happens here at a certain level is a picture show. We're all going to bigger and greater and more amazing things, and we're just here, you know, this is elementary school for the human soul. Girl is the place where you go to be judged, the place to be found wanting. Too much of this, too little of that, the turnip nose, substandard A-cup tits, the mark on the floor where I had to stand. You stand there, ridiculous in a royal blue, puppy-thighed, elastic-waisted gym suit. Even the beautiful girls looked ugly, the ones with acceptable shapes and faces. I'm out. That's it for now. I'm really glad that you were here. I'd love it if you want to know more about me or my work or the band and our work. You can visit us online at www.shoutedwords.com, and the band is Talk Engine, and we're at talkengine.net, and we'd love to see you there. Peace.
My name is Nick Zedd. I make movies and TV.
Tom Thumb in the Land of the Giants features a stellar cast. In his first starring role, Kai-Tech Zedd, plunging into a portrayal of haunted pursuit with uncanny conviction. Written and directed by the inimitable Nick Zedd.
My earliest films were made in 8mm and Super 8, and the first feature was They Eat Scum in 1979. Then I encountered other filmmakers in the Lower East Side with a similar vision who I collaborated with, and made a series of films, among which were Police State, a film that it's a black comedy about police brutality.
Tell me where the dope is, or you are one dead girl, and I don't want to have to repeat myself again. Where is the dope?
Up your
I made that in 1987. Following that, I began to shoot movies on digital video, and all my recent movies are made this way. And after that, I made a movie called I Was a Quality of Life Violation. I Was a Quality of Life Violation tells the story of an old lady whose dog is missing and decides to go out onto the street and put up posters with pictures of her dog, and is then harassed and informed by the police that she's a criminal for spreading graffiti and trashing up the neighborhood. She then is arrested and is subjected to the kind of terrible treatment we receive at the hands of our boys in blue.
Hey, you can't do that. Stop it. You can't do that. That's against the law. I'm the Prime Minister of the police. Now, stop it. Stop it. Give me one. I want to see what it is. I'm with the government. The good government. You're the bad. I can't sleep. I knew it. I look at that. It says nobody sleeps. It says that you're with them. Go on. A girl.
This movie was based on true experiences that I've encountered putting up posters for my movies.
I'm the boss. He always bosses me around and tells me not to sleep. Ow! You put a gun in my eardrum.
I then decided to change my direction and make a completely G-rated family entertainment, which is now what I'm doing with The Adventures of Electra Elf, a TV series, which is on public access, and in which I use many of the local art stars from the open mic scene, comedians and actors who have not yet achieved fame and fortune, but are extremely amusing and talented.
What gives?
Electra, elf, and fluffer. There ain't nobody tougher, flying around the galaxy, kicking butt with little elf feet, thwarting evil wherever it treads, looking sharp in the spandex threads. Electra, elf, and fluffer. Come to say.
One of the most important qualities a director has to have is casting, the power of observation, looking and observing people, and all around us there's many interesting people who most directors wouldn't bother putting in a movie, and I choose these people based on their individuality.
Get off! I am here to do work on behalf of the people of the community. And I will do it deep. Our job is never done. It's like the never-ending war on terrorism. We just have to clean up everywhere.
I'm always going through a process of evolution, change, and I'm not the same person I was even 5 years ago. If any of you want to learn more about what I'm doing, you can go to nickzedd.com.
Hi there. Who I am and what I do is I am Black Flamingo. I am an artist in New York City. I play music, daytime, nighttime, anytime. I sing songs, play guitar, have a band. We gallivant wherever people let us play.
What a life that we have ahead. In the car, yeah, in that bed. Together until we are dead. There's nothing left for me to tread. Now that you are truly stuck in my head. I eat a drink and a dream of you. Twice a day, yeah, all about you. All I really think about is me and you. Nothing else matters. Let's talk smart.
Art has always been basically what I'm about. I don't know if I ever really started making it. I think I've been living it. I think it's always been something I always wanted to do, music, 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 but I hid it from myself. And once I did, it just kind of has been an ongoing path that always something's dangling to keep it moving. And my life is music and art. What inspires me, basically, most importantly, what inspires me is probably relationships. People inspire me. I am much more prone to write about an experience that has happened. I'm a mush and I fall in love a lot and I wear my heart on my sleeve. So fortunately, I'm allowed to write songs and sing about them, because otherwise I'd probably be 6 feet under right now because I just totally express myself and get very sensitive and emotional in experiences. I'd love to say I could look at a tree or a flower and write a song about it, but I haven't yet, so I really have to say it's people and experiences that inspire me to write. Of course, flowers and trees and nature inspire me because I love beauty in nature, but as far as creating art, I would be more likely to draw like people than, I mean, I might add a rainbow and a sun, but that wouldn't be like the true essence of my art. An artist is considered a professional, I always thought, by making money. Personally, I don't know if that equates professional, but I think it does. I think that being paid for your art has to do with professional. Of course, the other things that come into professionalism is responsibility, getting things done, which is it's almost all responsibility, but I do think, you're a professional when you make the buck, the dollar. The ultimate success is, of course, like having stuff on the radio and making tons of money, touring, this, that, whatever. But I think you can set yourself up for disappointment a lot like that. And if you have little successes, you'll get your big success because they all add up anyway. I don't know. Sometimes I feel really successful on a daily basis when I have a good week and lots of recognition and things going on. And then I can often have like a disappointing thing, like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? But my success is that I just have to keep doing it. And, I'll let you know. Today I feel successful. If you ask me tomorrow or yesterday, I don't remember what that was. But, maybe from shows like this, once again, Black Flamingo is going to be like all over the place. So we'll have success. I have success. I do believe in success. So I want to say thank you so much. I hope you had fun learning a little bit about Black Flamingo and you enjoyed watching me. And should you choose to get more information or want to email me, you can by going to blackflamingo.com, www.blackflamingo.com. And you can always get in touch with me there and maybe learn a little bit more. I hope you want to. Thank you so much for watching, and we love New York.
Thanks to all the artists and all the people that made this show possible. Special thanks to New York City for providing a breeding ground of creativity.
It's art, or something like it's art, or something like it.
This is Art or Something Like It, presenting a gallery of amazing artists each and every week, and more integrity than you can shake a stick at. For more information about the show, or any of the artists on the show, please visit artorsomethinglikeit.com. Next time you experience something new and you don't know what to make of it, you should ask yourself, is it art or something like it? Thank you. Good night.
I'm art or something like it. I'm art or something like it. I'm art or something like it. I'm art or something